Don't breathe. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. You're not supposed to breathe. Oh my God, my eyes are watering.
The following is an exclusive podcast.
It's your turn to start. I started last time.
Okay.
Remember, I was hungover.
I do remember you. Now I remember. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Have You Seen This Yet? My name is Oscar.
And I'm Arazely.
And today we are going to be doing the Disney animated musical comedy, Encanto, streaming on Disney Plus. But first we can do that. How the hell are you, Arazely?
I'm good. I'm great. How about you?
I'm great. I wanted to first of all start off this episode by saying happy birthday. I know we're a couple of days late, but you did celebrate a birthday this week. And from the bottom of my heart, you know how much I love you, how much I adore you. And you're fucking weird, but I love it so much, you know.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you do anything special?
No, I did not.
No? Oh,
I was waiting for us to go to Korean barbecue, but what the fuck?
No, we were supposed to. You wanted to go on a Thursday, though.
I was waiting to go, and what did we end up doing with all my money?
Hey, you know what? Nah. I'm not going to let you talk trash about the actual plan that we did of getting yourself a large fry and what did you get? A cheeseburger or something like that?
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. Thank you very much. So I did spend time with you, so we can't say that I did.
But I had to pay for the food, so whatever.
We literally could have left that part out. We didn't need to talk about that one spot, but whatever. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Even it's not like if I feed you every time the podcast is over or I pay for your food 90% of the time. Yeah, the 10% that you had to pay, the one time you had to pay for your food, I'm getting stuff for it. Okay. Awesome.
Exactly how it is. You should have known better. You should have known freaking better. How Prince?
How is Prince doing today?
Right here.
There she is. Always at attention, always next by your side. And look, she doesn't even care anymore.
Did you see that little meow?
Yeah, I did hear the little meow. Well, let's get the episode started because we have a lot to discuss. There's stuff. Once we talk about the movie, there's an article that I want to read to you and I want to get your full opinion on it because I found it the other day and I was like, this will be great. Oh, look at that. She always has it in the background.
Well, I'm going to start doing that.
Okay, awesome. No big deal. Alrighty, started off on it. So.
Well, you started off.
Okay, so Encanto. I really have to stop saying Encanto. I've been calling it Encanto for like the last week.
Encanto is a 2021 American computer animated musical fantasy comedy film produced by Walt Disney Animated Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. The 60th film produced by the studio. It was directed by Jared Bush and Byron Howard, co-directed by Charcy?
Charisse.
Oh, Charisse.
Yeah.
Charcy. I was like, whatever. Charisse Castro Smith, who co-wrote the screenplay with Bush and produced by Yvette Merino and Clark Spencer, with original song by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which, you know what? For some reason, the first time that I seen the movie, without realizing that he wrote the music for it, I was like, even though I've never heard a single Hamilton song, I was like, this feels like Hamilton.
Right. I've seen Hamilton. Have you seen Hamilton, by the way?
No, I just said I haven't.
I haven't. God, I needed to clarify that because I could have, because I heard you say I haven't seen a single Hamilton song. I was like, wait, you haven't seen Hamilton?
Yeah, no. So I was like, this feels like Hamilton, and then like I googled it, and I was like, oh, no fucking wonder. And I was
Yeah.
like, but it's like the weirdest thing though, because I haven't even heard a single song from Hamilton.
Okay. Really?
I swear.
I. It's a great play. I recommend it to you if you really want to see a stage play. It's actually really well done. Also, Lin-Manuel Miranda also did the music for Moana.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I didn't know that till I was looking it up. I mean, I haven't seen Moana yet.
I think
I
he
haven't.
sings one of the songs there too.
Oh, does he? Does he?
Yeah. Yeah, he sings the Mariposa one and this one.
Okay.
I think it's him or
Uh huh.
or somebody. But yeah, but
Right.
he sings a song because I also watched Moana during the week.
Okay.
So he also I know for sure he definitely sings a song because I recognize his voice.
How was it though? Because
Moana?
I haven't seen Moana. I haven't seen it.
What? It was
I haven't seen it.
it's good. I like it. But I also kind of had it as a background. But like so I was playing Apex. Please add me.
Okay.
And so we can play.
I'll put it in. I'll put her gamer tag in the description for the video so you can find her on Apex.
So every time I would look up, it would be like, oh yeah, this song, my song. And then
Yeah.
like I'll be like, oh yeah, I like this part, But yeah, I like it, it's a pretty cool movie.
Yeah.
And so is Encanto.
You're right. That's
Uh
actually good. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I would have to put Moana on my. I believe it's on my watch list. I just haven't gotten to it because I always like. I want to watch it, but then I get that whole movie ADD type of thing where it's just like, oh, I'm gonna watch this one. Oh shoot, I found this one over here. But for some reason, uh, watching Ocean's 11 brings me a little bit more comfort than watching Moana. You know, I don't know.
how do
I don't
you
know.
jump? How do you jump from Moana to Ocean's 11?
It's the familiarity of like I know what Ocean's 11's about, and I know how good it is, and I know how the acting is, and I haven't seen Moana, so I feel like people have praised it so much that I feel that it's gonna suck, in my opinion. Look at the kitties sleep. Did she sleep?
Yeah.
She's
Asleep.
oh shit. Okay, so here, Moana went on. I'm sorry, I'm talking about Moana. Encanto went on to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature at the Oscar Awards. It also grossed $256 million worldwide against a $100 to $150 million budget, and achieved wider commercial success when released on Disney Plus on December 24, 2021. Its soundtrack went viral and reached number one on the US Billboard 200 and UK compilation album charts. We Don't Talk About Bruno and Surface Pressure were its two most successful songs, with the former topping both the US Hot 100 and UK single charts for multiple weeks. Okay, so let's not talk about Bruno, because for a long time I kept hearing that song, and I heard it on the radio, I've heard it in commercials, I've heard it in interviews that I watched either on Fallon or Kim or whatever, and I would have thought it would have been a longer song than it actually was.
But it's a pretty good song.
It's all right. It's all right. I mean, I
Like
was
you can see him in the background just running around if you actually pay attention.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that I have to pay because I was too focused on the actual things going on in the movie while the song was being sang that I didn't pay attention to the background.
Yeah, he's like creeping around in the back.
Okay, no, I didn't know. I didn't know that.
See? You see, and you're like, what a whack ass song. But like, this is why it pays off to have ADHD.
Because you pay attention to everything.
Yeah. This is how I always spot like when there's like a camera inside a shot for a show,
Yeah.
for like a movie or anything. And I'm like, oh, did you see that? And they're like, what?
Yeah. Okay.
I can tell you a lot of movies make a lot of mistakes.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Some movies I pay attention to mistakes, whether it be dialogue or like some like a certain head movement or a certain background thing. I can pay attention to that, But because it was a musical number, I didn't pay attention to it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. So, the plot for this movie is an armed conflict forces Pedro and Alma Madrigal, a young married couple, to flee their home village in Colombia with their infant triplets, Julieta, Pepa, and Bruno. The attackers kill Pedro, but Alma's candle magically repels the attackers and creates Casita, a sentient house from a family located in Encanto, a magical realm bordered by high mountains. 50 years later, a new village thrives under the candle's protection, and its magic grants gifts to each Madrigal descendant at the age of 5, which they use to serve the villagers. However, Bruno, vilified and scapegoated for his gift of seeing the future, disappeared 10 years earlier, while Julieta's youngest daughter, who's 15, by the name Mirabel, had mysteriously received no gift. This is crazy to put in the beginning of the movie. Okay, I felt so bad for Mirabel. I'm going to say Maribel sooner or later. I know I am, but it's Mirabel. I felt so bad for her.
I do
too. I like, but what kind of gift? I mean, what kind of gift do you think she would have gotten if she did? Because the one of the sisters got superhuman strength. The other sister got what is it called? It's about the flowers thing.
She can make anything grow. She has
make anything grow. Nature. There you go. What do you think she would have gotten?
You know what? I feel like she does. Well, she has her powers, but she doesn't know because it's probably the same as her grandma's. Keeping the candle alive.
I caught on to that too. Keeping the family alive, keeping the candle alive. Yeah, I like that.
Like that's why, like the house, like only comes back like right after she puts her whole fucking doorknob on there. Yeah, the candle comes back.
I get you.
And well, right now it's on this one.
That is yeah. I remember that.
When she's singing about like how sometimes she just feels weak.
Yeah, she feels weak. It's like a self-esteem thing.
Yeah,
I did. Okay, so here it says on the evening when 5-year-old Antonio gains the ability to communicate with animals, Mirabel suddenly sees Casita cracking and the candle's flame flickering. But her warnings go unheeded when Casita appears undamaged to the others. After overhearing Alma praying, Mirabel resolves to save the miracle's magic. The next day, she talks to her super strong older sister Luisa, who confesses to feeling overwhelmed, which is, I believe, where that song is from.
Which is right now.
Confesses to feeling overwhelmed by her near constant obligations, then suggests that Bruno's room is a forbidden tower in Casita, may explain the phenomenon. There, Mirabel discovers a cave and barely escapes it with some pieces of the slab of opaque emerald glass in hand. Outside, Luisa discovers that her gift is weakening. After her family reminds her why Bruno is vilified, Mirabel reassembles the glass and sees a picture of Casita cracking behind her.
So, you know what? This just feels like she's part of a family of, like, let's just say, if it was put in modern terms, a family of geniuses.
Yeah.
And she feels outcast because she didn't turn out to be like a genius, especially because of like the grandma being so hard on everybody.
Right.
And then like Bruno's just like the black sheep, obviously. Straight up black sheep.
Can I take a second? Because I told him I was going to do this and he's going to hate me for this. But Bruno looks exactly like my friend Jorge in every way, shape, and form, with the beard, with the long hair. Oh, sorry. I just had to put that out there. He's going to hate this part of the video. But I'm sorry. He looked exact. I'm gonna find the picture that I saw of him and I'm going to send it to you. And you're going to be like, that's fucking Bruno right there. Exactly the same way. I'm not even lying to you. Exactly the same way. Every time I kept seeing Bruno on the screen, that's how I thought it was my friend Jorge.
Right, so right now it's at the part when she's going into Bruno's castle.
Okay, so that's the part that we just talked about.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Also, this is like so weird, how it starts falling apart after it realizes that's not Bruno.
Yeah.
No, it was like so weird.
Yeah. But
is he trying to get her or what?
okay. So it says later that evening, Mirabel's oldest sister Isabela, who can make plants and flowers grow at will, is scheduled to become engaged to neighbor Mariano Guzman. Amidst Mariano's proposal and an awkward dinner, Dolores, who possesses superhuman hearing, reveals Mirabel's discovery to everyone, causing Casita to crack again, ruining the night and Mariano's proposal when the weather-controlling Pepa inadvertently conjures a downpour. Amidst the chaos, Mirabel follows a group of rats and discovers a secret passage behind a portrait where she finds Bruno, who reveals he never left the house and that he broke the vision to save Mirabel. In Antonio's room, Bruno reluctantly conjures another vision that resembles the previous one, along with Mirabel embracing Isabela and strengthening the candle. I remember this scene. This is the dinner scene, right? So when Mirabel and the other girl are just going eye to eye, back and forth, for some reason I started cracking up. Now, mind you, I'm watching this movie at midnight, 12:30 at night, and I'm just cracking up loudly. I just couldn't stop because they're just going back and forth, looking at each other, and just like. That made me laugh so much.
But you know what? Like, it's funny though, because like Dolores has super hearing, so she knew he was in the house the whole time, but never said anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's funny. I was like, everybody's worried. Well, nobody's worried, but everybody's like always secretly talking about him, and she hears every single thing. Imagine she heard her sister. No, her aunt having sex.
Hey, we're talking about a Disney movie here.
How much she has super hearing?
It was crazy to me because I believe there was a chase scene going back to when Mirabel went to go find Bruno. There's a chase scene where they're going to a little corridor going back and forth, and they smack a wall, and it's the wall to an actual room. I don't know if you saw that. Like, I believe, yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't remember.
Okay, that's when I was like, oh, they're actually still in the house and they're going through. Yeah. Okay. So where did I leave off here? Mirabel reluctantly apologizes to Isabela, who abruptly confesses that she does not want to marry Mariano and is burdened by her image of perfection. Mirabel helps Isabela develop her powers and the two embrace. But Alma sees the pair and accuses Mirabel of causing the family's misfortunes out of spite for not having a gift. Mirabel finally snaps at Alma for not deeming her good enough for the family, blaming her overbearing nature for weakening the family's magic. The argument creates a fissure that splits the nearby mountain and demolishes Casita as the candle extinguishes, leaving the Madrigals powerless. A devastated Mirabel runs away from the family, who scramble to find her. Go ahead.
That part really like pissed me off. Like, the grandma walks in to them two hugging, and her goes off to Mirabel saying like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
yeah.
Oh, you're ruining a good moment, and like, for what? Just to feel like you're right? Like, they're hugging, they're embracing in a moment, and all you can say is that you're ruining everything. Like, what the fuck is that? I was mad. I was like, you old hag.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I felt the pain when when Mirabel said, "I'm never gonna be good enough for you."
Yeah.
I think we've all been there to a point where you just like, you try to please and please and please and please, and it's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that broke at my heartstrings, and I was like, well, the description says that she snaps at her, but it was a very respectful snap compared to some snaps that I've seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, when she says, "I'm never gonna be good enough for you," and describes her that, she's trying, and she tries and she tries and she tries. Man, I can relate to that. I thought that was one of the most powerful scenes in the movie.
Like, she mended a bond with her sister that she didn't really think was like going to ever happen, or like she thought there was like anything worth fixing there, and like she did it, and she helped. While doing that, she also helped her sister figure out that her powers are more than just blooming flowers. she was able to bloom also cactus in color,
Yeah.
because obviously where does the original dye come from? Plants and like bugs and stuff like that, which obviously
Mm.
come from like plants. And what is she growing? You know? So
Yeah.
like that's why her sister was also even more grateful for that bullshit. But then you know what? Oh, there she goes talking shit.
Oh, that's the
Cause,
snap right there, right?
'Cause no, this is when she was coming out of Bruno's room. I mean tower.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And look at how she just made her feel like fuck. And this is when she figures out about the future.
Yeah, that
Also, like the way that it's Peppa, right?
Peppa.
Peppa's the one that controls the weather.
Yeah,
Like the fact that like it's like super tied to her emotions. I feel it's because of like how hard her mom is to her. you know like I'm pretty sure she like it wouldn't be tied to her emotions if like her mom wasn't too hard on her on everything. And like especially since like she she just had Antonio, so she's
right.
like fuck, I hope my kid actually has powers, because of like how she treated Mirabel when she found
Yeah,
out that she didn't have any.
exactly.
So like I feel like that's the reason why like right now that she's not able to control her powers for shit.
Right on
And-
the head.
right.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly, exactly, right on the head.
But yeah, but if you want to go ahead and finish it off.
Got it. Okay, so it says here, several hours later, Alma finds a tearful Mirabel back at the river where Pedro died and explains her tragic backstory and how, determined to preserve the magic, she ignored how her expectations were harming the family and finally accepts responsibility for what happened. Mirabel and Alma reconcile, and the two, with Bruno in tow, assemble the Madrigals to rebuild Casita, with the town folk joining in. Mirabel installs a new doorknob to the main door, restoring the family's gift and reviving Casita. She and Bruno join the family for another photo.
Oh, when it says another photo, it's talking originally about the first photo that like we witnessed that they take when
Yeah,
after Antonio gets his gifts, and Mirabel is
right.
not part of it, and then obviously we go to a song,
Yeah,
and then in this one everybody's included.
yeah.
And oh, right now it's we'll talk about Bruno
Oh.
here. Like I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
Oh my god, play! It went a little too far. Okay, so in the part when Dolores starts singing, look up
Uh-huh.
in the balcony. Oh,
Okay.
look up in the balcony. Loud in the sky. Ella, well,
Don't put on too much because then we're gonna get copywritten.
oh, wait, did you just remind me?
I forgot we were doing this for YouTube.
Uh, this is why I was like, oh my god, I went too far. I don't know if you can even see him there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
And then like keep looking. You see him dancing back there?
Yeah.
All right. But yeah.
Encanto starred the voices of Stephanie Beatriz, Mariela Cecilia Botero, and John Leguizamo, who I thought was an amazing Bruno. As soon as I didn't read who the cast was, because I tend to stay away from the paperwork until I'm done with the movie.
Mhm.
But as soon as I heard the voice, I'm like, oh, that's John Leguizamo. You know?
Really? I was
Yeah.
like, as soon as I knew who was playing Mirabel, I was like, what? And like also, when I seen the trailer, I was like, that voice is familiar. I was like, where do I know it from? You know?
Yeah, yeah,
And like I already knew that she played the character in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and that's not her actual voice that she does in Rosa. So like
yeah,
I've seen her in interviews just so I can actually get to know her voice. And I was like, holy shit, I know that voice, you know?
yeah.
I was
No,
like usually I reference them to the characters that everybody might know them because nobody's gonna know them by their names. Because I
yeah,
usually know the actors by their name instead of like the characters. So like so every time I'm like, oh, you know, it's so and so, they're like, what? And I'm like,
yeah,
oh, it's whatever, you know?
yeah, exactly. But you mentioned that she's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We're talking about Stephanie Beatriz. She's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She is also in Bob's Burgers. If you've seen Bob's Burgers,
Yeah.
yeah, she's also. I mean, I love Bob's Burgers. I think that's the most entertaining show I've seen in a long time with Bob's Burgers. But yeah, so I wanted to read. Okay, so for the critical response for Encanto, Encanto received widespread critical acclaim. News channel CNBC reported reviews considered it among Walt Disney Animation's best films, and several critics also found the story. Oh, however, several critics also found the story unfocused. The Irish independent Paul Whittington considered the plot too aimless to satisfying anyone for long. Alice Foreman of Mashable concurred and felt several parts of Mirabel's journey were arbitrary. She had a particular negative opinion on the film's middle section, which she called tedious. The Globe and the Mail writer Aparita Bandari asserted the internal rather than external sources of conflict, and several unanswered questions confused her, preventing her from immersing herself in the film. Do you agree with the critics and they said that they're basically calling it boring and they couldn't get into
No.
it? Yeah,
I feel like they don't understand like the pressure that actually comes from a Hispanic household or an immigrant household, you know?
yeah,
Because like Irish, they're basically white.
yeah, exactly.
So like, you know, like yeah, you know, you're not gonna get it if you're not like familiar with it or the culture. But like the whole
So
movie makes so much sense.
there it is. There it is. That's the stare I was talking about.
Yeah.
What's our time? Are we good on time?
Yeah, we're at 31.
Okay, good. So we got about 15 minutes. Okay, so I wanted to read this article
9.
that I found. We have 9 minutes?
Yeah, it's at 4. It's a 40-minute thing.
Okay. So we're gonna do this as quickly as possible. So I found this article, and it's titled "Disney's Encanto brings representation to the Latinx community, sparks controversy debate." Okay.
Okay.
So I wanted to read this to you. This is from the Paw Print. It is a newspaper out of Riverdale, Maryland. The writer, her name is Luz Gaitan. So it says here, I highlighted some very important things. It says on November 26, 2021, Disney animated film Encanto was released in theaters. The movie takes place in Colombia in a small magical place called Encanto and follows Mirabel and the family Madrigals. Okay. Although the film itself was very successful, the story behind the movie and its meaning sparked a lot of controversy and debate among people on social media. The movie is about Mirabel being outcast in her family for not having gifts like everyone else, but in the end, she helps save the dying miracle of her family. Every sibling and cousin suffers a burden tied to the family, and this covers the generational trauma and common customs in Hispanic families. Here are some of the arguments and connections people made with the characters. So I'm just going to read these out. Stop me at any time, and then just give your opinion or whatever you feel. Okay. So for Mirabel, it says Mirabel Madrigal was the outcast black sheep of her family, being the only one that wasn't blessed with a gift. One of the big debates around Mirabel were the colors of her dress that led to some people arguing they were a sign that Mirabel was bisexual. This quickly started debate of a lot of people on social media said that the colors on the dress were mere coincidence, and this suggestion took away from the actual movie and Mirabel's actual role as the savior of the family's dying miracle.
That is true because the colors on her dress mean nothing to nobody because they're just colorful dresses,
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
That's how they look anywhere. I wasn't even paying attention to any of that, but I did heard about that.
It is a beautiful color dress. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's gorgeous. Gorgeous dress.
Yeah. It's like just common where she's from.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. And they were just representing that. So, the fact that people are trying to see the other things is on them.
Yeah.
It was probably like the freaking homophobes.
Okay. I love it. Okay, so there's basically a breakdown of every character. So Bruno. So Bruno too was outcasted in his family. With the song We Don't Talk About Bruno, the family explained that he was not to be talked about because he was always saying his visions and they would come true and sometimes they caused trouble. He explained that his love for his family caused him to leave in the first place since he couldn't bear hurting them. Bruno could see the future, and with this ability came lots of paranoia and stress. Similar to many people in the Latinx and Hispanic culture, Bruno was very superstitious, and throughout the movie, he would avoid stepping on cracks and would knock on wood. This is a common practice in many Latinx families, believing in several superstitions, yet some people believe on TikTok made the suggestion that this was Disney's way of saying that Bruno's character has Tourette's syndrome. This upset many users on the app because of Bruno's character did not have Tourette's syndrome and suggesting it drove the audience away from the real reason he acted the way he did, which was to paranoia and superstition built from his beliefs.
Yeah, that's stupid. Tourette's either makes you lash out at random times, and he never lashed out at anything. So that was really dumb for them to say, and it's basically just paranoia over what he's gonna see next, because it was basically his mom not being happy on what he saw. So that's what scared him, that, oh crap, this is not making my mom happy. So what the fuck am I gonna do now?
Exactly. Absolutely. Okay. So do you wanna know about Luisa, Isabel, or Abuela? But go ahead, finish your sentence.
No, I was gonna say we have 5 minutes.
Okay. Do you want to hear one more? Or do you want me to stop?
Yeah, go ahead. Do one more.
Luisa, Isabela, or Abuela?
Whichever you want. Whichever you feel like you want to talk about the most.
Let's go with Abuela because she was one of the big characters in this movie. Okay. Right. So it says here, Abuela was one of the most argued characters in the film. Was she the villain of the story? Was there even an actual villain in the story? Abuela married her husband and had triplets, Pepa, Julieta, and Bruno. And because of the conquistadors and Spaniard soldiers attacking and trying to colonize people in Colombia, she and her husband with their own town all fled. Her husband tried to protect her and the kids and sacrificed himself and was killed in front of her. Content creators outside of the Latinx community said her trauma was no excuse for the harsh treatment Abuela gave her family, but people within the Latinx community said that although her past was not an excuse for the emotional abuse, it was understandable why Abuela was the way she was. While many people wanted to label Abuela as the villain of the story, lots of people within the Latinx community said there wasn't necessarily a villain in the story. Abuela was just a woman who lived through very harsh times, and in light of protecting her family and keeping alive a miracle, she lost sight of her pain and her actions caused by the pain.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, it's not her fault. Like, of course, she made mistakes. Who doesn't? But she was able to see, like, fuck, and she actually apologizes, like, yeah. I'm sorry by the way that I was, like she didn't mean it, even after like everything happened, which is the reason they were able to mend the house back together, because with that I feel like she probably gave that special power to Mirabel, and that's why, like, as soon as she put the doorknob on there, she was able to open it, because like, yeah, it really happened. Like it was like, it was like her giving her blessings for everything that she was able to that she's gonna do in the future.
Right.
So like I- it's a little dumb, like those people that want to label her as the villain and stuff like that. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Everybody has those days. Okay.
No, that was Hannah Montana.
Really? Hannah Montana.
Hannah
God,
Montana.
I haven't heard about Hannah Montana in about 10 years. 10 years? In a long time. Okay.
Oh,
So how are we on time? We have
we
3 minutes.
have
We're good.
yeah, we have 3 minutes.
Okay, so let's do this real quick. Let's kill ourselves again for the pod because the last time we did this, it was actually very well received. But first of all, thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Encanto. Let's close it off. My name is Oscar.
And I'm Arazely.
Okay.
And if you guys have any requests, please message Oscar because I really am not gonna post anything.
Yeah, she's not. So go ahead and message me on Instagram. I'll leave it in the description. But okay, so we're gonna do the death.
Don't forget to add me though.
Okay, we'll add
Apex.
her. And okay, oh yeah. Send me your information for Apex. I'll put it in the description too. So don't worry about it. I got you, girl. I got you. Okay, so we did the Death Nut Challenge about 2 episodes ago. We took a break because I don't think I wanted to do a third one. But here we are. This is number 3. This is number 3 out of 5. So we're at 3. Oh, fucking shit. Okay. God damn it. I really was wishing that the video would break right now, but it's not. So fuck it. Here we are. 1, 2, 3.
2 right there.
I already don't like this one. Already. Oh, I really don't like it. Oh. Okay. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. You're not supposed to breathe. Oh my God, my eyes are watering.
Look at how Robert.
Oh. Oh, don't breathe. Oh, thank you. Hope you guys are liking the pain. Give it a big thumbs up, please. Comments, suggestions. It sucks ass.
Oh,
this one is bad. Okay. It's coming down. Okay. I have back here. Oh, it's stuck. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye, guys.